Hi, my name's Lyn from Lyn Hughes Property. I'm here today to give you a little bit of an insight into mortgage broking. Finance is an important part of what we do. So I thought I might ask a good friend of mine who does a lot of work for me and a lot of clients, Renee Finlay from RGF Finance.
Hi, Lyn.
And she's agreed to come along today to answer a few of the questions that
sure.
we have. So firstly, I just wanted to say thank you for coming along. And the other thing too is why should people use a finance broker? Can you enlighten us on that?
Absolutely. So it's a good question. In my view, the reason why people should use a finance broker is so that they are having their requirements fully assessed first, and then options provided to them for the lenders that will best suit their circumstances and requirements. All different lenders have different borrowing capacities and lending policies, and that will vary between the banks. So a broker will know which bank will suit their needs and which bank they will actually get approved at. We then provide them the best interest rate options and products that suit their needs, and they decide which bank they would like to proceed with.
It's you working out what best suits them, whether they be self-employed or whether they're in a job.
That's right, different lenders have different policies, and that can be, for a self-employed person, there'll be a lender that will take just 12 months financials, and then there's lenders who'll take 2 years worth of tax returns. The way they look at those tax returns and the income they take will vary between the banks, and that will mean a very different outcome for the client in relation to how much finance they can obtain. So a finance broker will fully assess that first and know which lender will be able to fit their circumstances and have the best chance of approval for them.
The other thing too that I find people want to know the answer to is all the media that's out there now and telling us that banks or financiers have relaxed their criteria. Somewhat doesn't kind of seem to be the case, because they are still taking a long time to get approvals done, and a lot of cases are looking for extensions.
Yeah, and it can be the case, absolutely. There's different lenders, all have different turnaround times to assess a loan. From a finance broker's perspective, I don't think that the lenders have relaxed their requirements. If anything, in 2020 there are more documentation requirements than there ever has been before, but on any given week the different banks will have different turnaround times to assess a loan. So this week there's a bank that will approve the loan within 24 hours, and then there's one bank that will take 15 days to pick up that loan for the first assessment. So if a client has used a broker, then the broker will know which bank to put that with to be able to get their loan approved in the right time frame for their purchase.
Oh, that sounds really good. Takes the pain out of it. They've already gone through the pain of buying whatever it is they're wanting to buy, and then to have to go through the pain of doing the loan, at least you can take all that away.
Yeah, absolutely. It just means that they're being kept up to date with the process. So as a broker, I order the valuations on the property up front, so we know when that's being done, and I fully package the application with all the documentation that the bank's going to need. I know which banks want what documentation, and I fully assessed it to know that it meets the bank's borrowing capacity. So then when it's sent to the bank for approval, it has a valuation, all the documentation that's necessary, and a full application ready for assessment, and sent to a bank that is going to assess it in the time frame that's required for that purchase.
You've got a big job.
Absolutely.
You've got a big job. Another thing comes to mind too, been asked a lot lately, because rates are so low, and even thinking that they may even drop further, is it a good idea for people to fix some of their loan or part of their loan, or have 2 loans maybe?
Sure. Yeah, and it's always something that clients need to consider. At RGF Finance, we don't advise clients whether to fix their rate or not, but we always provide the options of fixed and variable interest rates. There's a lot of different interest rates with the different banks for fixed and variable interest rates. Some that have offset accounts, some that don't. It all comes down to what the client needs, and certainly providing those options for the best interest rates and the products that are going to meet their requirements is what we do.
Okay, well it sounds as though us all working in a team together is what gets the customer the best result, whether it's the buyer or the seller or whoever. Everybody has to work as a team to get this through, and so I thank you so much for what you do for my clients, but also for any future clients, and thank you for coming along today.
No problem, Lyn. Thank you.
Thank you.